Hey y'all, it's Dan for Numerical Lion, where I reveal the false reality in which we live in using gematria, and that the world is a stage and all these people are actors playing out their parts by the numbers. And it goes for sports too. Hard to believe, I know. A lot of sports addicts out there. I was a sports addict myself, but I've come around to seeing it. This was even before gematria that I knew sports were rigged. And here's another rigged episode. Wizards Isaiah Thomas ejected less than 2 minutes into the game for making contact with a ref. And this has only happened once before, I think. So let me run this video to show you how ridiculous this was. Here we go. Something going on the sideline. Notice the time at 10:33. Says you're out of here. 10:32. They stop the clock. And of course he's protesting. And let's look at it. Everybody else is just, look at this guy. He's smiling. Why is he smiling? Well, that guy's smiling right there. I think they're at home. They're in Washington. Number 32. Look at them talking. And look, he's got number 4 too, and it's 4-4, Portland. So here's what happened, right? He's with Carmelo Anthony, and he accidentally pushes him, and he throws him out. I mean, really? Anybody can see that, and they reviewed it too. That's the funny thing. They reviewed it and still decided to throw him out. This is your sports. This is strictly theater. These guys all looking serious and Thomas playing his part. This only happened once before. So, anyway, I'm going to stop it. This article was updated at 7:59. That's interesting, and I'll tell you why. So, Washington point guard Isaiah Thomas was ejected in the first quarter of the Wizards game against the Portland Trail Blazers on Friday night for making contact with an official. Thomas was tied up along the sideline by Portland's Carmelo Anthony with 10:32 left in the quarter. As he broke away from Anthony, he made contact with referee Marat Kogod, who stumbled into the crowd. Right? Thomas was given a technical foul and ejected. Call was reviewed and upheld. The Wizards went on to lose 122 to 103. He made a physical contact with the referee, crew chief Mike Ayotte said in a pool report. It was definitely just a push during the dead ball contact with the referee. Wizards coach Scott Brooks thought the contact was accidental. I mean, it's totally accidental. So he says they had a different view and said, so this is interesting. According to Elias Sports Bureau, research the previous player before Thomas to be ejected within the first 2 minutes of an NBA game was Utah's Greg Ostertag on December 8, 2002 against the Lakers in Los Angeles. So Thomas received a 2-game suspension after walking into the stands to confront 2 fans following a timeout in Philadelphia on December 21st. I don't know why we're telling you that, but that's on a day with 33 numerology, and he got kicked out. Really, when he made the signal, it was 10:33, and I'll show you why that's interesting. Really ridiculous. So he's 5'9". The story was posted at, when was it posted? Something 59, 10:59, 7:59, and he's 5'9". A number stamped on black people for sure. And notice the score was 4-4, right? Like Portland, and it was in Portland. No, it was in Washington. Portland equals 44. Score was 4-4, and it was 4-4-4, which is a significant number, which I just thought of. So anyway, he was born February 7th. From his birthday to being ejected was 330 days. So that's February 7th to January 3rd, 330, like 33, like he was ejected at 10:33. right? And ejected equals 137. And 137, the 33rd prime. I didn't put it on here because I do it so often. But there it is. It's the 33rd prime. So ejected at the 33rd minute. We'll get into Greg Ostertag later on. So he ejected by official wearing number 32 with 10:32 to go in the quarter. That was the official thing. And Thomas equals 32. Just a coincidence, right? So here's something. Isaiah Jamar Thomas equals 113. Oh, wait. I'm not going to get on to that yet. So he was born on the 38th day of the year, February 7th, 38th day of the year. And that's interesting because ejected also equals 38 in reverse full reduction. 38. Right? Also gematria equals 38. That's what this is. Isaiah equals 38, his first name that is spelled differently from other people. Isaiah. And it's funny about Isaiah Thomas, he has taken a fall. I mean, he was this scoring machine for the Celtics, and then his sister got killed. And then his whole career took a turn for the worse, which is interesting because usually they kill somebody close to you and you rise up in the profession. But they had another role for Isaiah. He's bounced around. So Isaiah Jamar Thomas, 113. 113. That number of dishonesty, it's also the number of the National Basketball Association, equals 113. Right? And they said he made contact with the official. Contact also equals 113 in reverse ordinal. There's a whole bunch of 113s. And this is, this is bullshit. You saw it. I mean, it was total accident. Bullshit, 113. Contact, 113. And there's a bunch of, green screen, not true, mainstream, dishonest, all 113. That number of dishonesty, green screen, you can manipulate, what's behind somebody with a green screen. You can make him look like he's fighting a war or whatever. And the mainstream's always putting out dishonest, not true information. So he's making contact with an official. That's why he was officially, that's what they said later, equals 123, right? And Isaiah Thomas's name equals 123. See that? It's also a conspiracy number. And Isaiah Thomas. So anyway, I'll check into that later. So the last time it happened was on 12/8/2002 with Greg Ostertag of the Utah Jazz. Gregory Donovan Ostertag, 123. His full name. Just like Isaiah Thomas, just like making contact with an official. And the Utah Jazz for another 113. 113 Utah Jazz. Kobe Bryant's last game was against the Utah Jazz. Kobe Bryant, 113. Michael Jordan's last game was against the Utah Jazz. Michael Jordan. Oops. Michael Jordan, that 113 number, very key to the National Basketball Association. Also 59, a number stamped on black people, and 76, like Negro. 59, 76, also 32. And this guy Thomas, Isaiah Thomas, the other Isaiah Thomas, 76 as well, and 32, right? And he's 5'9". This story was uploaded at 10:59. So 113 is the 30th prime number. If you go up here, 113, the 30th prime number. And this is the N-word code. 30. The N-word 30. Also 42. That's who we're talking about here because this happened, with the Portland Trailblazers. And Trailblazers. Trailblazers equals 181. 181 is the 42nd prime number, right? Just like the N word. So it all also happened on a day with 42 numerology, the Ostertag thing. 12 plus 8 plus 20 plus 2 is 42, right? And Ostertag equals 42, even though he's white. But that's what they're referencing. So it was 303 days from Ostertag's 46th birthday to the game. Well, not his 46th, but yeah, to the game. 303 days. That's like 33, another 33. And Ostertag equals 33. That's why they're referencing that game. And Ostertag, just to finish off, Ostertag, if you look at his Wikipedia page, born on, what was I going to say about Ostertag? He's born on March 6th. And March 6th is the 65th day of the year, right? And Ostertag, Greg Ostertag, equals 65. Let me find it. So does Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony involved with this. And this clip is 2 minutes and 14 seconds. And it involves Carmelo Anthony. Where is... Oh, Greg Ostertag. Greg Ostertag, 65, just like Greg Anthony. And he was born on the 65th day of the year. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was interesting. So Thomas has a connection with the ref. His full name, Isaiah Jamar Thomas, equals 293. And 293 is a prime number. Prime number relationship is very important. It's the 62nd prime number. And Marat Kogat equals 62. So and also he was, named accordingly to be a ref. 127. Referee 62 and 37 and 44 made me think that the score was 4-4 when this all went down. Right? With 14 seconds, this is when it all went down. Portland equals 44. 44, that other number for African American in the septenary cipher, which I don't use very often, but is a relevant cipher. African American 44. See that? So, just more theater. Your sports is coded, totally coded. So that about wraps it up. Thanks so much. Oh, the 122. That was interesting because Anthony, or is it Carmelo? Oh yeah, it's Carmelo. His first name equals 122, and his team won with 122 points. Maybe just a coincidence. Maybe not. So there you go. There's my picture. Please learn this code. It's the code that drives your entertainment, your sports, which is one and the same, your politics, which is one and the same. It's your entertainment. Who really runs this country? It's not the people that you supposedly have elected. Your votes even count. Why? Also, I didn't mention that Thomas is 30 at the time of this incident. On 13, the 30th prime. All right. Well, thanks so much. And have a great day, everybody.